Mum Amy. Why did my voice fade when I said her name? All good, Melody. Same to you. Have a lovely weekend, love. There's a lot of sadness there that sits with this energy. I haven't connected with her yet, but it feels like she was taken too soon. Does that make sense, Bailey? And I almost want to say Cancer there too. Your heart is racing. I can feel it. Uncle has cancer. Had cancer. Also, this is really random. Who had the blood disorder? I don't know what specifically. Okay. All I heard was blood disorder, so that's why I asked. Oh, not sure. Okay. Bailey, are you one of 3 children? Because again, when I tap into Mum's energy, I get so much sadness there. It's so heavy. Is this, I have to ask. Was there depression there? Is this also an unaliving? A lot, yeah. You have multiple. Mum and Dad had only 3 together. That's what she's showing me. So it's like I left 3 behind. The yes ma'ams for unaliving. Yeah. But she has 4 kids. Gotcha. Did she, I want to say like prior to leading up to her passing, did she, how do I word this? It's like she's showing me not moving, not doing a lot of moving. Very hard to do activities of daily life. So the things like showering, getting up, motivating yourself. It feels like Like when she shows me, it feels like if somebody were looking at her, it's like nobody's home. She's checked out quite a while ago. Does that make sense? But I also understand there were struggles there because she does come through and say struggles. That's what she's showing. So laying on the couch, blanket over her, but not like doing very little. Oh, thank you, Wolf. A lot of depression, yeah. Yeah, I can feel it. There's so much heaviness. It's like she's reflecting, which is why the heaviness is still there. So she's reflecting and showing what she is saying too is that she didn't want to leave that imprint, but she also understands that that damage was done too. Like she's taking accountability, but she also knows that she can't change that. There's questions. Who has questions? Do you have questions you need to ask, Bailey? Most of the time they are. Just at the moment, she's showing me like the processes of, you know, how it got to be. So, and it's, you know, it's like every other time that I do these sorts of readings, it's like once I sit and observe their sort of thought processes and how they're describing, you know, their characteristics and things to me, once I've delivered the messages that they feel they want to deliver, that energy changes. But right now we're still sitting there. Has she met your daughter or seen her? Was this a stillbirth, Bailey? It shows me. No. Did she actually mean to die? She's given me my confirmation for yes. She hangs her head too. I couldn't do it anymore. Was there alcohol involved too? Yeah. Did she want to do it because of her mum? I get a no on that. I get a no on it, but then she also acknowledges that she's more like her mum than she realised. Does that make sense? I hear I failed you. I failed myself. Nobody understood. This is heavy. She also acknowledges that communication's a big issue there, but she acknowledges that when she realized that she had a serious issue, she was unable to ask for the help. I understand now that I'm older and I'm going through it. I don't inbox anybody for readings. And not very often I look for readings because I do my own. Yeah, it's heavy, but that's also shifted as well. So I'm going back to your question about has she met up with your daughter? Because again, when they're in that moment and they're, you know, it's like they want to get these things off their chest. And then when they feel like they've done that, they've needed, you know, all that they've needed to do, then they shift into showing me what they're like now, what's happening around them now, you know, and also how are they around you as well. It's Sarah. It sounds like I heard Sarah or Sasha. Do any of those names mean anything for you, Bailey? Has she met your mum before? Sorry, I had to make sure I blocked that person. You know when I asked about blood disorder, was that blood poisoning due to what she'd taken? Oh, hang on. But she is the friend who supports me the most with her. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Feels like an acknowledgement then. When I asked about blood disorder, could that have been blood poisoning that caused her like organ failure? Wondering if you got a toxicology report. Oh my gosh, it's a mouthful. Maybe. Also, I get the name Cindy. Who was Cindy? I sprayed it into her lungs and the heart stopped. Yeah. Okay. Feels like Wait, whose parents? Your mum's parents. Oh, sorry. Yeah, your grandparents. So it feels like for you, it feels like mum watches, mum observes. It also feels like she doesn't want to step forward. And that could be because of two things. She doesn't know how you're going to react, or that you have already put walls up. You know, sometimes we put these subconscious walls up, especially if we think that they're not going to want to talk to us or they're not going to want to communicate. Cindy and Carla knew my mum before I was pregnant and were there when she died. Okay. But you also get this feels like touching you for the walls. What do you mean? I'm confused, Bailey. Yeah, just be mindful of your thoughts if you put like subconscious blocks up, thinking that mum doesn't want to come forward or mum doesn't want to communicate. So I don't know if you feel her around. Now she's showing like touching on the back of your head, but mostly she's stepping back and watches you, if that makes sense. And I want to bring through, I keep asking her, can you show me examples of this? You keep feeling fingers at the back. I wish you see her more. Before she got really depressive, Cindy, did she have longer brown, like lighter, almost like a lighter brown hair? Feels like it was quite long down her back. Oh, she says she tried so hard. Because she shows me there was a time where she was bright and bubbly, but she also says that she tried so hard to maintain that. Oh, Carla has the longer hair. She was, yeah. It also feels like she had like postnatal stuff there that was unresolved too. Like it wasn't acknowledged. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Bailey, but she says that you're scared of going down that track too. Petrified is the word that she uses. The track of getting sick. You guys are really coming out of the woodworks tonight. The tracker falling into a really dark, depressive state. This week was especially hard. Well, we're sending all our love, Bailey. Cried every day, went to therapy. I feel like a lot of that was suppressed emotions from mum stuff too, that you haven't allowed yourself to feel. Can I do some quantum for you, Bailey? To help you move through this a bit. Just to make it easier for you so you're not carrying such a heavy load. Yeah. So we're going straight to the emotions. So just sit with it. Anything that comes up, just allow it and have a good cry if you need to. We're removing those thought processes too. Somewhere along the line you think that it's your fault. We're removing that narrative. We're bringing in forgiveness to self, because that's not yours to carry. Like, I see you over analyzing everything and taking it back as far as you can to see, you know, how did I cause this? Did I have something to do with this? How did I play a part for this? It's not yours, honey. Or let it out. Let those waves go through you. You're safe. No harm can come from this. Thank you for the gifts. You're trying to blame yourself a lot. As a way of justifying why. So we're just doing a little bit of reprogramming here. Have a drink if you need to as well, Bailey. And try to calm your breathing down. Took a good couple of deep breaths, yeah. Feel better, good. Shifting. It feels so much lighter already. Just want to do one last thing here. There we go. I feel like you're going to be tired after this healing. So make sure you're getting rest where you can, Bailey. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I just want to look into your emotions, how they're going to be the next week. There's still ups and downs there. They're showing that you're going to feel a little bit worse than you are better, but that's only short-lived. They're showing 3 to 4 days. And then after that point, you should be feeling a little bit like your normal self again. I'm also just putting a couple of grounding plates underneath you as well, just so that you don't feel like airy-fairy in the head, because quantum can make you feel a little bit like that, ungrounded. Okay, it feels better on my end. It's lighter, so much lighter. Did you have other questions for Mum? She doesn't show me about your daughter. That doesn't mean to say it hasn't happened. Thank you for the gifts. So much lighter, right? And it's only going to get better for you. 100%, because you're still where that blame is, where you're blaming yourself, it's almost like you're making, it's not excuses. Again, you're justifying why she's not coming in, because you're telling yourself all the reasons why she's not coming in, which is the very reason she's not coming in. So change that way of thinking. Change the words that you think, or the words that you speak. Like, she's there, but she stands back, because it's like you're not allowing her to come all the way in. Like, you like the thought you want her to come in, but a lot of the times you're telling yourself, you know, oh, it must be for this reason or for this reason. Does that make sense, Bailey? So this is a paid reading, guys. Those of you asking for readings, this is a paid reading. You can book on the website. You smelled her. I love that. So, like, little things. Thank you, Mum. Thanks for that. Thanks for popping in. And it gets easier. Like, it'll be a little whiff, or, you know, and then you'll just know that it's her energy around you. Yeah, don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Spark up the conversation. Thanks for coming in. I really needed you today. Thanks for being here for me. Thanks for letting me know you're around. Used to have dreams. They're coming though. Because again, I feel like you're like, she doesn't want to come into the dreams. She doesn't want to see me. I've done something wrong. You know, because you're still, a large part of you was taking on a lot of the blame, trying to look for excuses as to why. At what point could I have changed this? You know, did I say something wrong to her one day and it, you know, forced that direction and it snowballed? Because that's what, when I was going through your quantum stuff, that's what I was picking up on. You had one really good one, then boom, no more. That's okay, because sometimes in those early stages, they just come in to let you know that they're still around. They're still there. But trust what you see too. Trust those dreams. So the same way you wrote the letters, write letters apologizing. And And that's healing for you too, because, you know, it'll stir up emotions and it'll stir up, you know, triggers there. It's healing. But also don't blame. Stop, you know, now's the time for you to stop blaming yourself. Hey Debbie, good to see you. Did you have a photo? Well, if I feel like she's showing me part of a photo, and it's almost like a family portrait. Either you were sitting on a chair and she's standing to the right of you, with one hand on your shoulder, like one hand on your right shoulder. But I feel like it was quite some time ago. I hear her say too that she's ready to be there for you. You know, and that's also acknowledging that she wasn't here when she was here, but she's ready to be there for you now. It's on your desk at work. It's probably 10. So that's what she's showing. Because I'm like, show me ways that you're around. I love that. What's with the... She just says one word. She says trampoline. Did the kids get a trampoline recently? Or is there something up with the trampoline? I don't know why trampoline. You love pictures. Right next to a plant. I love that. Oh, you had one at Granny's house. Did Mum spend some time, I want to say, did Mum spend some time on a ward? This is to do with mental health. Or she's showing me on a ward, a hospital ward for mental health. Or she's showing me that she had quite heavy medication. Okay. Oh, your little brother did. Yeah. So was that... Oh, okay. Oh, she was, yeah. That was going to be my next question. Was it him or her or both? Yeah. Does he still have issues? No worries, Dan. I did see something come through there. Actually, I better refresh that and check. So it's... I can't remember what I asked just then, Bailey. Did I ask if he's back in hospital? Oh, you don't think he takes... Okay. That's kind of what I feel like she's bringing through. Is that there might be a setback for him and he might end up back in hospital again. Or medication again. Who has a, it feels like a little red car. Who's got a red car? It's like a little, feels like a little SUV type. Talk to your therapist about going this week. Next week I have a new med appointment. Oh, you push your daughter in a little red car. Oh, Granny has a red SUV. Yeah, I saw her like a car, not a toy car. So your granny's still alive then, is she? No, it's not a van, it's an SUV. Does she get dizzy spells? Grandpa's sick. And is he at home? Not that she's told you about. I'd be asking about the dizzy spells. Okay, so if they're still at home, it feels like, because what I'm seeing is like almost like she's rushing back towards the house. And I also see flashing lights. So I don't know if your granddad's going to have a turn. Does she have almost like silver trim around the doors of her SUV? Your car is making noises by itself. I love that. Yeah, so they're definitely showing me her racing back to home. I don't know if she's got a... Does he have one of those emergency... what do you call them? The emergency call button necklace thingies? It might be worth him getting one. I don't know. See, I don't know if he rings her. I'm trying to see more details around it, but I see her rushing back to him, and then I also see an ambulance being there, or the lights, which I'm assuming are an ambulance, because that's what it feels like to me. I feel like she was probably on her way home anyway. He falls a lot. There's a pacemaker. Yeah, I feel like he feels funny though. That's why he rings her first. And then your grandmother calls the ambulance. Just mention to them to both be aware of any dizziness or feeling dizzy. Because I'm not being shown all the details around it. But mum's around you though, so make sure, you know, if you want to write those letters out, those apology letters, burn them, tear them up, however feels right for you to get rid of that, do that. And then stop trying to take on, you know, I'm the reason why, like finding a reason to justify it. You know, if I was a better kid, or if I did this, or if I didn't run out that day, or, you know, whatever it is you're telling yourself, stop that. Because this was her path anyway. Nothing you did made that better or worse. This was still her path. Does that make sense, Bailey? She was just so sad. It's not my fault. Yeah, 100%. I'm learning about myself now. Yeah. And you're not mum either. Like, you're not going to take on all of that. Whatever she went through, you're not going to take that on, because you're, you know, you've got the awareness there. You're changing things little by little. So just go easy on yourself. Give yourself grace. You're welcome, Bailey. But yeah, pay attention to the back of your hair too, on the right hand side, because she plays with it there. Is she proud of you? I want to say yes. Before I even read that, I was already getting a yes. She says yes, and she also reminds you that you're stronger than she is. That's such a loaded comment. She tried hard, she did. Yeah. Tell her. Write new letters to her. Write new letters to her. Because again, that's healing for you. She'll see you doing that. She'll still receive the messages. You know, if you don't want to write it out, just talk to her. Just randomly. You don't have to wait for a moment. Just do it. %. Alright, we have got Danielle next, and then Yuri. Let me do a quick refresh here, just to make sure there's nobody else. Somebody asked also about reprogramming. Was that, Tamara, was that you? There was a question around reprogramming that I didn't stop to, I didn't fully read because I was channeling other stuff too. Came on and saw my grandma's message again today in your name. Oh, I love that. Sending so much love, Bailey.